dear family and friends, good afternoon and welcome. Please be seated. My name is Alexander Dalal, and I am Samantha, the bride's father. Today, I have the privilege of not only being the father to the bride, but also of being the officiant for this joyous occasion. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Samantha and Raim. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives together. Samantha and Raim have spent years getting to know each other, and we now bear witness to what their relationship has become. Today, they will affirm this bond formally and publicly. Dear guests, Samantha and Raim are honored that you have traveled, in some cases, from very far away to join them on this joyous occasion as they enter the next phase of their lives together. They're also grateful to those invitees who have sent their well wishes even though they could not be here today. Let me begin by saying a few words about Samantha and Raim. Samantha is our daughter and first child. It is fair to say that she showed her defining personality traits: a thirst for learning, a devotion to teaching, a strong will, and skill in watercolor painting and photography at an early age. She loved going to school from her first day at kindergarten onward, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that she spent the last 21 years educating herself and others, culminating in obtaining her PhD from the University of Colorado a few weeks ago. Lest you think Samantha lacks spontaneity, I fondly recall a trip to Mum's Cellars in Napa Valley in early September 2008, where, while her parents were tasting sparkling wines, Samantha, out of sheer boredom, grabbed the camera and wandered off from the patio into the adjacent vineyard to experiment with taking pictures. Unbeknownst to us, she submitted one of those snapshots, an up-close picture of a cluster of ripe grapes covered by a large grape leaf and shot directly into the sun, to an art competition. Imagine our surprise when her picture was awarded a prize by the San Ramon's Women's League. Samantha truly captures the warming rays of the sun and makes them her own. She radiates joy, compassion, and a deep yearning to nurture others. Raim. I have known Raim for over a decade, initially only as a friend, which is, as many of you know, given the indefinite article, coded teenage language to tell their parents about a budding romance while maintaining plausible deniability. I learned a lot about Raim and who he is on a single occasion. Samantha was away at college, but Raim was at his family's home in San Ramon. My wife and I had traveled to San Francisco, but needed to return to San Ramon by early evening to pick up Samantha's younger brother Dylan from swim practice. However, we had mistimed ourselves and were running close to an hour behind. Dylan did not have a cell phone. Ride-hailing was not a real thing at the time, and I was very worried about leaving him waiting, unsure of when he would be picked up. Although I had not known Raim well at the time, he and Samantha were still a bit shy about their relationship. I called Raim and briefly explained that we were running late and asked if he could pick Dylan up and drop him off at home. Raim didn't ask why or say he needed his parents' permission to use the car or say he had other plans. In his always calm and reassuring manner, which I have come to know and greatly appreciate over the years, he simply said, "Yes, Mr. Dalal, I will get Dylan," clearly sensing my anxiety. He took a really big burden off my shoulders that evening. But more importantly, he showed me the person he is. I could not be happier for Samantha to find someone as honest, kind, and trustworthy as Ray. Samantha and Raim have spent a considerable portion of their young lives together already, but they've also been separated by vast distances. Yet their love for each other has only grown stronger. In that spirit, I want to read you a passage from Winnie the Pooh, which they have chosen for this occasion. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. "Pooh," he whispered. "Yes, Piglet." "Nothing," said Piglet, taking Pooh's hand. "I just wanted to be sure of you." "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" asked Piglet. "Even longer," Pooh answered. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there's something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. We have now arrived at the heart of the ceremony. Samantha, Raim, outwardly, nothing will change after the ceremony. Your love and respect for each other and shared dreams to build a life together will all be the same as before. Yet, something profound will have happened. You will have gone from being best friends and lovers to being legally married through the vows and promises you made to each other in front of the assembled witnesses. On the journey from first laying eyes on each other to truly falling in love, to daring to dream of a future together and announcing it to the world, you have arrived at this moment where it is time to give your consent in marriage. Raim, I will begin with you. Do you, Raim, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in matrimony, to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Samantha, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in matrimony, to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, to have and to hold from this day forward, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
I now invite the bride and groom to share the vows they have written for each other. Samantha, Raim, the sacred promises you make to each other today are the foundation of a happy, fulfilling marriage and life together. I can hold it.
Samantha, I am so proud to have been your best friend for the past 11 years. When we first met, when I first saw you, I was just a kid in high school with no idea what love was, no idea what prompted me to talk to you, but what came of it is better than anything I could have ever imagined. We've gone through so much in the 11 years since we started dating, but nothing has ever changed the way I feel about you. Not when we spent the first 5 years of our relationship doing long distance, not when you went to France for a year to do study abroad, not work or the different moves we've had to make, or even the amount of time we've been together. None of that has ever changed the way I feel about you. But we were on the same page from the very start. From that very first summer, I knew I had found my best friend in you, my best friend for life. And you're the best friend I could have ever asked for. I've never met someone so beautiful, smart, funny, caring, or as driven as you. And that makes me strive to be a better friend and to be a better partner for you every single day. The past 11 years have flown by, but I promise to make our future an everlasting one. One of everlasting love, laughs, support, and most of all, friendship through thick and thin. I vow to always cherish and love you without reservations or conditions. I vow to always find moments to make you laugh and put a smile on your face. I vow to always be your biggest supporter, cheering you on and offering support during difficult times. I vow to always keep an open mind and an open heart, respecting your opinions, feelings, and to always communicate honestly. I vow to never take for granted the connection that we have and to be the best husband I can be. Being able to make these vows to you is a privilege and one I don't take lightly. You are the person I choose to spend the rest of my life with. You are the love of my life, and you make me happier than I could ever imagine and more loved than I ever thought possible. You are my person. You are my best friend.
Raim, I remember that very first summer we were seeing each other, and you would bike your really heavy red steel frame bike all the way up the hill to my house. And I would think to myself, wow, this guy must really like me, because biking up that hill is not easy at all. And I guess, you did really like me, because here we are, 11 years later. And our relationship, for the most part, has been spent apart from each other. We went to different schools, we lived in different cities, even on different continents. But through it all, we stayed together, and we found ways to spend time together, even if it meant flying halfway around the world to see each other. And those visits together, they were the happiest, but also some of the saddest of my life. Happy because nothing is good as good as getting to be with you, and sad because I knew we'd always have to say goodbye again. And I still remember one of the hardest goodbyes when you came to France to see me for Christmas. and we had to say goodbye at 5 in the morning at the little dinky Bordeaux airport, and we were so hungover, and we were so sad. And I cried the whole way back on the bus to my apartment. But then a few years ago, you did me the greatest honor, and you moved to Colorado with me, and you left all your friends and your family back in California to be there with me, supporting me through school and support me a lot. You did. And those have been some of the best years because we never had to say goodbye because we were always together. And these past few years, getting to live with you have been so full of joy and happiness, and even when we're not doing anything exciting at home, just being able to exist with you in the same space makes me feel so fulfilled. It's just how life is exactly how it's supposed to be when I'm with you. And you're my better half. You're so patient. You're so kind and thoughtful and smart. And you always make me laugh, even if nothing's funny at the moment. And every day, I think about how lucky I am to be loved by you. As we take this next step in life together, I have a few promises that I'll make you now. I'm sure there's more promises I'll make again. But I promise that I will always be here to support you through whatever you're going through your successes and your failures. I'll always take care of you, and I'll remind you to ice your ankle after soccer, even if you don't do it. I'll be your partner in life and share whatever burdens come our way. And I'll also be your very best friend, always here to listen to you and laugh with you. I'll always be your co-pilot on road trips, though I can't guarantee that I'll get my rights and my lefts correctly. And most of all, I promise you that I will travel any distance, no matter how far, to find my way back home to you.
Elliot, please present the rings. A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have been joined together, and it represents your union. It is a symbol of infinity and of your infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. Raim, place the ring on Samantha's finger and repeat after me. Samantha, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Samantha, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
With the pledge to love you today,
With a pledge to love you today,
tomorrow, always and forever.
always and forever.
And now, Samantha, place the ring on Raim's finger and repeat after me. Raim, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Raim, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
With the pledge to love you today,
With the pledge to love you today,
tomorrow, always and forever.
always and forever.
By the power vested in me by the state of California, and by the strength of your own love, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time as a married couple, I now present you Raim and Samantha.